With the new era of Survivor growing larger and larger with Survivor 45 and Survivor 46 coming out early next year, I thought it would be a good time to rank the best new era Survivor players we have seen so far. This is obviously counting Survivor 41, Survivor 42, Survivor 43, and Survivor 44. Today we are throwing in some spicy hot takes as we rank the top 10 new era Survivor players from worst to best, starting with number 10, Carolyn Iauker. You either hated her or you loved her, and I'm definitely on the side of loving Carolyn Iauker. Being underestimated throughout her time in the game, all the other players thought she was crazy. And yeah, not gonna lie, she is crazy, but she used that to her advantage, so no one knew the strategy she was playing. Going to be a little bit subjective, as I'm just a sucker for the Tika 3 alliance of Survivor 44, as we're gonna be talking about the other two later in the video.
What do you mean, am I gonna change this to what? Me? Oh no, we believe you. Yeah. I am not, I swear, on everything. Same. Everything.
Also, huge shout out to Carolyn for, well, shouting us out on Twitter for the fight against Russell Hantz. If you didn't know, I'm in a battle to gain more subscribers than him on YouTube, so if you're a fan of Survivor, make sure to subscribe to the channel as we are moving into a player that made a crazy idol play with number 9, Danny Massa. Kind of fitting having Carolyn and Danny from Survivor 44 back to back in our rankings, as they shared so many scenes throughout the game bickering with each other.
Meanwhile, I'm just here.
Me and you, maybe Josh, that's money in the bank right there. So we meet up in the merge, you give me a name, yeah, we take out whoever.
I loved the energy Danny was showcasing all game long, always going for the big move even if it wasn't the smart move.
You got something for you, Jeff? The place for Franny. Okay.
Also, fun fact, I have this super cool picture of me and Danny. And before you start yelling at me in the comments that this player should be higher or that player should be lower, please try to listen. Seriously, listen to me. Putting this list together and ranking the best players in the new era of Survivor is actually really difficult.
It's so funny how low your standards go so quickly. I'm like, oh my gosh, we got bare necessities. This is the best day of my life.
Much like we saw with the original seasons of Survivor and how we looked at those players before and after they played Survivor for a second, third, fourth, and sometimes even fifth attempt, I truly believe this will be a changing list as the new era of Survivor continues to progress.
In the end, only one will remain to claim the $1 million prize.
I'm back, baby.
Let's go!
So let me know in the comments down below with what rankings in this video you think I got completely wrong, and give me your personal rankings of the top 10 new era Survivor players, as we are moving into one of my favorite players from Survivor 42 with number 8, Lindsay Dalowicz. Much like the Tika 3 in Survivor 44, I'm a huge fan of the Taku alliance from Survivor 42, obviously containing Jonathan, Lindsay, Omer, and Maryanne. Spoiler alert, I'll be talking about a bunch of those players later in this video as well.
Hey man, we got each other's back. I can look in Omar's eyes and I see that he trusts me.
This is also weird, but I had never peed standing up until I was like 22.
Lindsay is one of those players I view as a triple threat with a social game, physical game, and strategic game. The downfall of the new era of Survivor is gotta be Jeff Probst throwing way too many things into the game. This hurts Lindsay as she simply ran out of luck, covering herself in blood for an advantage, earning the merge, the do or die twist, and not saving Omer.
Let's reveal your box.
Number 7, Yam Yam Archo. This might make people angry with a hot take as Yam Yam was the winner of Survivor 44, but we are ranking him 7th overall. Already ranking Gabler earlier in this series, we are yet to rank Erika, the winner of Survivor 41, and Marianne, the winner of Survivor 42. Yam Yam will be the first to admit he's got no physical game other than that one super cool challenge he won, but he more than makes up for it with his social game. I went back and forth so many times on ranking Yam Yam higher. My only issue is the edit highlighted Carson as being the decision maker over Yam Yam.
I struggle with seeing people suffering and seeing Carson do so well in this game and be so strong and be so amazing at everything he tackles.
But moving from one winner of Survivor to another winner, we have number 6, Erika Kashapunen. Please hear me out for a second. I'm about to contradict myself like crazy. I literally just said for Yam Yam, I ranked him low for the edit, but in Erika's case, we didn't receive any edit at all. She didn't receive any screen time, so we have to go off of behind the scene details. And yes, she went back in time and smashed the hourglass.
Playing for me.
The big issue with Erika's game is Survivor was coming off of a break from COVID and the community was so hyped after Winners at War, but the producers did not know how to showcase an under the radar female winner. When you look back at the behind the scene details, I think Erika put together the ideal way to win a new era game of Survivor, but the next winner we'll be talking about soon perfected the way to win a new era game. But before we talk about that winner, we first need to talk about the self-proclaimed one of the best players in Survivor history with number 5, Ricard Foyer. Entering Survivor 41, the big talk throughout the community was the duo of Ricard and Shan.
Hiya. Yeah.
Where'd you find it?
The seer found it. Ricard, you ate. Come on. Don't you, Ricard. Come on, you had grilled cheese.
I want to try the papaya.
Don't mind me as I get kinda technical with Survivor lingo, but Ricard and Shan pulled off the intentional matching strategy perfectly on the Green Ua tribe. The strategy was invented by Malcolm and Denise during a 3-tribe season of Survivor, as their tribe kept losing challenges and it was down to just the 2 of them, meaning going into the merge, the other 2 tribes fought between each other and gave Malcolm and Denise the perfect way in. Oh yeah, and Ricard was a bit of a challenge beast himself.
Ricard thinks he has it. Call it.
Don't make this next vote your last.
That's it. Ricard wins his 3rd individual immunity.
With moving into the top players within the new era of Survivor, you are probably asking yourself, where is Shan? Did we forget about Shan? What about Ricard's dynamic duo and Shan? Well, don't worry, we already talked about Shan in a previous part in this video series. Ranking all 72 players in the new era of Survivor is overwhelming, so I separated the rankings into 4 separate videos. If you don't want to miss any future Survivor videos, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. Number 4, Maryanne. Like I briefly mentioned when talking about Erika, I think she invented the ideal winning game in the new era. However, I think Maryanne perfected the new era of Survivor winning game.
The winner of Survivor 42, Maryanne. That's 5, that's enough. Here we go. Come on over, jury.
Here's the recipe for the win. Have a strong social game, don't make moves early on, continue to increase your strategic game as the game moves on, showcase some crazy moves to the jury, have an amazing final tribal council performance, be from Canada. So lesson to future Survivor players, it doesn't matter how weak your game starts off, you just gotta pick it up near the end, and bonus points if you're from Canada. Number 3, Carson Garrett. Be ready for some hot takes as we are entering the top 3 and none of these players won the game. No players from Survivor 41, 1 player from Survivor 42, 1 player from Survivor 43, and Carson from Survivor 44.
I immediately started preparing. I've got like spreadsheets and spreadsheets of Survivor data that I've taken. I 3D printed a ton of puzzles.
What I love so much about Carson's game is that even though he is super young, he was a power player in the game as everyone took him seriously. Oh yeah, I also love the amount of prep time he took into playing Survivor with making his own puzzles for the challenges. If you want to practice your Survivor puzzle skills, comment down below your favorite player. I'll be choosing 1 lucky comment during my Survivor 45 recap and sending them this replica Survivor puzzle. Or if you want a guaranteed way of picking up a Survivor puzzle, go look at idleplays.com and check out the Survivor 45 Idle Plays drop. Every purchase there helps support me and the channel. Number 2, Jesse Lopez. Coming from Survivor 43, we have the other half of the iconic duo of Cody and Jesse. Other than the player we are about to rank as number 1, Jesse truly is the best, or one of the best, players within the new era of Survivor. Strategic and social mastermind with crazy idle plays, but that means we only have 1 player left to discuss with number 1, Omar Zahir. This dude was truly a strategic mastermind controlling some tribal councils without even being able to vote. So many moments to list on why he's the best. I truly hope we get to see him play Survivor again. Anyway, if you missed the start of the new era of Survivor player rankings, make sure to click right here to check out part 1, where we rank the worst players in Survivor history.